right next to those eyes, and same way on this side. Then you cut as much of that head part out as you pull the guts out. That's prepared to cook. Then you wash it and wash it and wash it until the blood thins out to kind of pure. Doesn't have to be just really pure, clean. I don't care how long you wash, you're still going to have a little tint to your water. And then you take paper towel or rag, clean rag, and you dab all the water out of it. And then you put it on a push like this. Or you cut it in almost the same, just like it's cut there. And then you put it down the push to cook it. And normally you use what they call suni, alder tree, or either you can use, if you don't have alder, then you can use cottonwood tree. They usually use that to smoke your matbula, salmon when it turns, after it lays its eggs, it turns to no color. And so they used to make use of all the whole salmon clear from springtime, summertime, down into the fall. And some you can cook some as long as it's, you catch it and then you can freeze it, and then then at home you cook it in the oven just like your salmon. You see your mom cook the salmon at home. She just cuts the slice, in kind of straight across like that. And like just lay it in a pan, or they wrap it in a foil, whichever way they choose to cook it. To dry, it's a little bit more process to work on the eel. To dry it, you've then got to go in and clean another membrane in there, and then you take the tail and you'll break it like that. And there's a thing called in there, it looks like a shoelace, shiat. Then that'll pop up when you push the tail back, and then you pull that out all the way to your head. It'll come out, and then you go in there. Then you have another section to cut in there with a sharp point. You'll cut in there, and a bunch of greasy-looking stuff will come out. You run your knife just straight along that greasy area on that back, all the way up to the head. Then you scrape that out clean with a spoon, trying to get all of that greasy stuff out, every bit of it. Wipe it with a rag, and if it looks like there's still some on there, then you keep scraping it until you get it all out. And then you take a knife and you cut down again in that same area where you took that grease out. Run your knife down to the skin, not clear through the skin. You bring your knife all the way down to the tail, and then there's a little section, looks like a line. Then you run your knife down on that too. That's the dry. And then you're going to put a hole right in the middle, and then two smaller holes on the sides like that. And you're going to poke a stick through those hole areas there. And you're going to cut an opening on the tail about that much. That's going to go on the pole to dry. Then you'll hang it up and dry. Takes about if the weather and the wind and breeze is good, it might take a week and a half to dry, 2 weeks. But you make sure it gets real dry, good, before you put it away. Today you can put it away in the freezer after it's dry. Cut it up in maybe in those seal bags. Even if you've seen that seal, the kind you seal.
Frozen?
Yeah, you put it in there and seal it, take all the air out, and that'll really keep it a long time in the freezer. It's real good. When you're going to eat it, after being dried, you pound it with a hammer or a rock. You pound it until it's soft, right against the skin of that eel. Then you salt it before you hang it up to dry. So it'll be salty when you eat it. So it's good. It's very good.
Like, are we gonna just sit
A lot of us, we like to take it to huckleberry picking. You wish for those kind of foods when you pick huckleberries. dried salmon, dried eels.
When is it done?
When is it done from cooking? You mean like cooking now? It takes quite a while to get done. It's still got a long time to cook yet. Maybe it takes about an hour.
Is that oil coming out?
When the oil starts seeping out and it changes from looking raw, then it's going towards getting done.